Okay, we are back in Legend of Heroes, Trails in Reverie, and it's time to return to Zemuria. So we're going to begin the final patrol of the game, basically talking to everyone in the liberated Crossbell. This will be like 2 to 3 videos because we have to talk to everyone in Crossbell, everyone outside Crossbell, and then do some boss busting. So, we can start here in Orcus. Actually, it says reach the rooftop when ready. We can probably do the ground floor. Holy crap, there's hardly anyone here. I was on the upper floors of the tower when that giant superweapon fired off its laser. Given how visible lake elements from atop the tower, I may as well have had a front row seat to launching an assault on Erebonia. I shudder to think it could go off again in just a matter of hours. It doesn't feel real. Hello everyone, welcome to Orcus Tower's General Information Desk. We ordinarily provide guidance on everything from day-to-day living for local residents to sightseeing spots for tourists. However, given the state of emergency, we're currently preoccupied providing support to the Crossbell Police and Guardian Force. That said, if you're in any inconveniences while inside the tower, please let us know. We'll do our best to assist. I take it Machias, Toa, and the others will be joining in on this big mission. I've gotten to know as they've visited the tower. I think it's supposed to be I've gotten to know them as they visited the tower. They're not from here, and yet they're fighting for our safety too. It makes me want to... So, makes me want to pull my weight as a Crossbellan more than ever, I want to say. That's supposed to be. What's happening may be terrifying, but this isn't the time to run. And they have time there... Holy crap. This dude has a typo in almost every sentence, but definitely every bubble so far. So they have a redundant time there. I'm going to stay here and help however I can. Dude, we're 2 minutes in. What gives? I just hope they don't rush, what is it, Daybreak? I already know the second game is regarded as the worst in the series, somehow worse than this, but, hopefully at least the script is coherent. Hey there, are you all ready for the operation? Once you're in that tower, you're not going to be able to come back out again to resupply, so make sure you got everything you need while you got the chance. Feels good to be back guarding Orcus Tower. I can finally protect Crossbell again. I'm more motivated than ever to keep our beloved city's peace. So real quick, just so you know, there is a post-game to this game where we have extra stuff to do in the Reverie corridor. So even though we're close to the final dungeon, we're probably like only 80% of the way through the game. Somehow the air feels so much fresher with those damn EDF goons polluting it. Well, we might have managed to get the city back. We're not out of the woods yet. Either way, this is the decisive moment. I can't go and fight on the front lines with you guys, but I'll give my job my all. So yeah, I was expecting there to be a lot more people here in Crossbell, but wow. Here we go. Let me begin by saying that I commend each of you for a job well done in freeing the city. Civilian casualties and property damage are both lower than expected. We couldn't ask for a better result. However, we now find ourselves faced with an even greater task. The retributive tower must not be allowed to fire again, or else all of Zemuria will be plunged straight into chaos. I realize facing another crisis soon with little room to breathe may be demoralizing. Nevertheless, times like these are when we must show the world just how strong Crossbellan resiliency is. Our pride is just as firm as any great nation, even when we don't have a state to call our own, isn't that right? Would you look at that, old Pierre's got some spine in him after all. I'll say it's hard to deny at this point. Can't you tell I'm a busy man? I'm trying to give a pep talk over here, now stay out of my way. Anything I say can impact the morale of our rank and file. That's the responsibility I carry as Vice Commissioner. Truthfully, I'm terrified deep down and want nothing more than to run away. Maybe that's right. But I can't afford to show even a cure of weakness. So the part I was wondering about is want nothing more than to run away, but maybe than run away is still correct. Right, we understand. Hang in there, sir. I knew he was putting a lot on his shoulders, but I didn't realize how much it was affecting him. He's doing an admirable job, all things considered, his spotty track record in particular. He's right, we have to give this everything we got. It's far too early to be relaxing. I'll do whatever needs to be done in order to keep Crossbell safe. Hello everyone. There's an emergency meeting going on at the moment in the police station. We'll play our part as best we can, so good luck out there. Thank you. We can't let that thing fire again. Crossbell's future depends on it. I can't say I'm not nervous, but we can't afford to twiddle our thumbs given the stakes. Liberating the city was exhausting, but I have plenty of rest since. I'm ready to get back to work. Hey, it's Otto. I'm ashamed to admit that I sided with the Supreme Leader myself for a while, but Crossbell is our city, and it falls to its people to protect it. Hurrah for the police, hurrah for the CGF, and hurrah for the Triple S. We Crossbellans believe in you all. I'm not gonna show that. What happened to the lights? This place looks like a morgue. But they still have the vending machines working. They clearly have their priorities. Got no business on any of the other floors. We've never been able to go downstairs, which hopefully will just be like filing and stuff. Ah, no one in there. In this room, however. Guys, hire an electrician. Can't just give up now, not after all we went through to take back the city. Much like during the last operation, we'll need to be flexible and adaptable if we hope to succeed. Can't say I have much experience in maritime combat, but I'll do all I can to contribute. We've confirmed the Open Defense Force's removal and apprehension. The 2nd Division will now focus on providing support to the CGF as they begin their preparations. I'm leaving the finer details to the team leaders. Do what you gotta do to get the job done. Let's put an end to this and take back Crossbell. Yes, sir. As for you and me, Raymond, we've got a meeting with the 1st Division scheduled. Aye, aye, Chief. 2nd Division has its hands full. Let's work just as hard as they are. Good to see you, Triple S. You're up against some crazy-ass tech. Who knows what might go down? Gotta make sure we're equipped to deal with whoever's thrown at us. We free the city and crap hits the fan all over again? You gotta be kidding me. But you know what? We've been through hell and high water, so I'm not giving up just yet. Oh, that's a spirit. We've got a lot of empty grave plots over at the cemetery we gotta fill. I'm just kidding. They don't kill anyone in these games anymore. Case in point, see the empty fortress that got blown up. What are you all up to, Emma? Is this related to that dance? It is. We're just investigating the effects of its curse-like power. Elliot and I bumped into them while patrolling around the city. So I was looking at how the citizens are faring as I was following the flow of the septium veins. The brainwashing has mostly vanished now that the Supreme Leader's been removed and the mask has been destroyed. That's a relief to hear. I'm more worried about how you're doing. Has the assimilation phenomenon gotten any worse since the last time we spoke? No, it's not a problem for now, at least. I can still control my power, too. Is this really all because you faced off with your doppelganger? I think this happened to Rufus. That's what's got me so confused. Not only did the other Reen's appearance bug me, but there was something off about him. He was bizarrely lifelike. Can't shake the feeling that he wasn't just a copy. Why would Reen be a special case? There has to be something to it. I'd imagine it's because he has a key role when it comes to the tower, but I couldn't say anything beyond that. Regardless, I agree there's something ominous at work that we're missing. Whoever this imposter is, we'll have to face him eventually if he's going to block our path. And when we do, we'll have to fight not just to save Reen, but the entire world. Yeah, no pressure. We did manage to overcome even the Great Twilight. We can do this. If you feel like anything about your condition has changed, you better tell us. Don't worry, I will. Thanks, everyone. Listen to you all, as saccharine as ever. Then again, here I am helping to save the world, too. Life sure is strange. Hey, see? You're a crow, I suppose. Neither of us can afford to die out here. I told you, no one dies anymore. Silly Scarlet. We need to keep living for the sake of our lost comrades. There's still a lot of sin to atone for. You're preaching to the choir, sister. I already died once, so I'm not going to waste my second chance. Let's get this done and make our old friends proud. So we got the Elliot note and other things here. Who could have imagined a former terrorist like me fighting to save the world? I was ready to return to aid you as a side during the Civil War, but perhaps this is fate. Scarlet, don't tell me you still... Sorry about that, I didn't mean to kill the mood by bringing up bad memories. Finally got to meet the members of the Reborn Imperial Liberation Front, yet here I am being a downer. Please don't remind us about that. The honor is all ours, Lady S. Should I follow Nadia's lead and give her a salute? See, you're just going to confuse her. The party never ends with you guys. You know, I'm glad your time at sea could help you out. So you say. It's good to see things have worked out for Scarlet, too. We've got a lot of catching up to do, but that can wait for later around a campfire or something. My sights are set on this operation. I'll be ready when the time comes. You best do the same. I will be. It's back to investigating the flow of the spirit veins for me. I'll also need to hook up with Vault so we can get a few things moving. In short, don't worry about a thing here. I've got it all under control. Might be a peon on the totem pole, but I'm still part of the Growlsritter. I'm happy to do what I can to help. I trust you'll do what you can on your end too, Father. Don't do anything that would embarrass me now, I would never. I want to look as cool as I can while defending my second home. Vita and Grandmother look like they're up to something, but they refuse to tell me what. All they told me was be prepared for anything. Wish they'd fill me in, but I'll face whatever comes with everything I've got. Not just as witch, but as a member of Class 7. As long as we combine forces, I'm sure we can put a stop to this, just like we always do. This is starting to get real old. It's like my life's purpose is to spend all my days worrying my head off about you. Guess it just comes with the job. Listen, if you sense any changes, anything at all, you tell me, capiche? Least you can do for all you've put me through. I don't actually know how you spell capiche, so I don't know if that's correct or not. I managed to get in touch with Dad a little while. General Craig, He said the armor divisions are in a state of high alert. They're prepared to do everything in their power to help, even if they can't stop the tower with military force. Every little bit helps. Still, it's all the more reason for us to succeed with this operation so that it doesn't come to that. I couldn't agree more, but promise to not push yourself too hard, Rain. We're all here with you. You can lean on us. Hello, everyone. Speaker McDonald's in the middle of a conference in the Civic Center. I can't help with that, of course, but I did want to do something for him, so I came to buy an acerbic tomato shake. That's really considerate of you. I'm sure he must give you and Helmer no end of grief, but I feel better knowing that he has you in his corner. So please keep looking out for him. Of course, I'll be praying for your safety, too. The situation in the city hasn't fully calmed down yet, so maybe I'll have to evacuate again. Standing around doing nothing was really starting to get to me, so here I am doing business again. If I was to recommend one of our drinks over the others, I'd definitely be the acerbic tomato shake. One sip of this and you'll be ready to run a marathon. Huh, that's a lot of shakes. Are you sure? This is rather a lot. Absolutely, I know how hard you're working for the good of Crossbell. Hopefully the tense bitterness of these will bring you all together as one. Anyone who's never tried some is welcome to have a little taste too. Well, a little won't hurt. I know it's bitter, but it's also delicious. Might want to see a doctor about your taste buds, girl. Can't stomach another sip. LP never ceases to amaze and disturb. Nadia didn't seem fazed by it either. If you ever want any more acerbic tomato shakes, come back here and I'll whip you up some in a jiffy. Let their bitterness fill you with the energy to overcome anything. So yeah, I haven't bothered cooking anything yet. Acerbic red soda. 9,000 isn't really that much. 30 CP is not too bad. The important thing though is if there's a recipe, we already have it. Can you talk to them? Where are they? They're close to the loading zone. Hello everyone, if you're looking for the commander, she should still be inside the tower. Hello everyone, we're going to ask ordinary civilians not to approach the tower for now, but naturally that doesn't apply to you. You're welcome to come and go as you please. Being in the same room as the secretary from Calvert was an uncomfortable experience, let me tell you. I'm just glad the city was liberated a lot faster than I expected it to be. Sounds like we have the Ashen Chevalier and many of my other countrymen to thank for that. I hear Lecter Arundel and the RMP are taking part in the operation to silence the tower as well. So as the Secretary of the Empire, I can't afford to sit idly by. I need to do what I can to restore peace. So this is what's confusing. If you look, her title is female police officer, and she is clearly not dressed as a police officer. So I suspect that's yet another typo. I'm so glad the Yevon Defense Force's occupation of the region is finally at an end. Our problems aren't over yet. Unfortunately, right now, But right now I need to focus on getting the Civic Center ready for visitors once more. I honestly feared the worst when the city was occupied. I'm so glad Crossbell is free once more. Can't wait for this building to be full of energy and joy again. Joy? In a government building? She's a witch. Burn her! Burn her! Hey guys, it's good to see you all. Same to you, sir. We're going around getting ready for the operation right now. Are you exchanging information with our fellows from the Empire? That's right, I wanted to learn more about the situation there directly. I'm happy you chose to speak with us too. To put it simply, the destruction of Juno has everyone in the Empire in a state of shock. Dan has issued a statement as appealing for calm through radio broadcast, but it's a lot to ask in times like these. I can confirm the four great houses have just had their own remote conference as well. They've all agreed to do what they can to keep the country calm, with Marquises High Arms, Ragnar, and Bala taking charge. But they will only be able to keep things in check for so long, especially when it comes to people's feelings. That's true. With the war so fresh in people's memories, it's hard to imagine everyone not feeling angry about what happened. Yeah, that anger is going to be directed right at the United Nation, and by that I mean Crossbell. Right now it sounds like people are more confused than mad, but that's likely going to change in time. I would certainly wager so. But if people start taking a hard stance on Crossbell, it's only going to play right into our enemy's hands. Humans are so foolish. Why point the finger at Crossbell for this when the United Nation is clearly to blame? Of course, the very idea of a United Nation is a clear symbol of humanity's foolishness in itself. I say that fully aware it is very much something that I would think of. You sure you want to be the one to say that? You truly are unbelievable, Rufus. I don't know, I like seeing how he seems to finally give the Spectre of his past the boot. I would not be so sure about that. Regardless, Mr. Speaker, while I admit the suggestion comes from a man as foolish as any other, if you truly love Crossbell, you must follow your heart and walk the road you believe in without ever hesitating. People harbor more than just foolishness inside, and there's a sort of trust that can come from using one another too. So I would suggest you use any means you can to make your hopes a reality, including using us for your own ends. Gosh, that's encouraging to hear from you. Honestly, one day you will learn to be straight with your feelings. He's right though, feel free to involve us in achieving your goals however you wish. We will be happy to contribute. Perhaps you are all right. Then allow me to tell you exactly what shape my dream for the future takes. I wish for Crossbell to be a state that works for harmony hand in hand with its neighbors, not one that asserts itself over them. But so many people from other countries cooperating with us now feels as though my dream has already been half granted. Our goal is yet to be fully achieved. So I hope I can continue to count on you to help bring about a future where we can stride ahead side by side. Of course, gladly, we will do all we can, sure. New profile. By the way, Ellie, I know the timing isn't very convenient, but I thought you should know that Diana called from Ereboni earlier. You heard from Mother? Yes. She must have been quite worried with everything that's been happening. Your mother wants help in any way she can and has been gathering goods to have shipped over. That's just like her. Okay, we can't let Mother's kindness be in vain. Agreed, and I've heard secondhand that Ryan has been trying to quell public concerns on Calvert as well. We can't afford to rest on our laurels. I'm counting you young people until the very end. We won't let you down. We'll finish what we started. So we need to remember the name Ryan from when we hit Daybreak to see if he's actually in the first game or not. Hey Dios, I was looking for ways to help out and ended up being roped into acting as a minute taker for this meeting. I organized everyone here, but this is a really important meeting for our relationship with the Empire, right? No, I can't be getting cold feet now. Now with Vald in town, I need to show him just how much I've grown. It's a weird feeling seeing little Dino working here on the Civic Center. I'm not Vald, but I'm cheering you on all the same. Aw, thanks, Wazy. Rufus has really changed while hanging out with you kids, you know that? I was caught off guard when I had my Arcus 2 stolen in the capital, but now I wish I could have gotten to know you all better. I've got an idea. I know the tastiest crepe shop ever. Let's go together when we have the chance. Goes without saying they'll be dragging Eustace and Rufus along, their treat. That's a wonderful idea, delightful even. Sure it is. It's decided then. What was that I heard about our treat? And aren't you getting ahead of yourself? We still have a mission to complete first. Ah, come on, we're gonna find a way to pull through somehow. So be it. If you're that confident, then I would be glad to treat everyone. Rufus? Are you being serious? Yes, it would be good to catch up with my brother and see for myself how much he's grown. And quite frankly, I never had the chance to get to know White Rabbit. That said, a verbal agreement hardly means anything while the tower still remains standing. Here I thought you were going to be thoughtful for once. Would it kill you to be more honest with your feelings? Look who's talking, you know better than he is, Don't lump me together with him. They sure know how to go at it. But doesn't it seem like they get along perfectly? Can't help but agree after seeing them like this. So we got a Millium note. That's a promise. Once we stop the tower, we're going on a crepe tour. We can even bring Claire and Lecter along with us across the whole Empire. Heard the seasonal crepes and orders are delish too. It's gonna take a whole weekend to hit up every shop, so you better pack your bags. This is getting a little out of hand. How lively. Forget I said anything. Mutual cooperation will be essential to the coming operation. So I'll be counting... There's another typo. So I'll be counting on you. Even if I do find your companions to be nosy and think those sunglasses look ridiculous on you. Do they? I'll keep that in mind. I'd say we were in the right to be curious after all we've been through. If possible, I'd like a chance to discuss things a little more with Speaker McDowell before the operation begins. I believe my sources within the Imperial government and use this as ties to the four great houses would prove valuable. That's excellent thinking, Machias. I'll see what I can do. You two make for a productive team. I'll leave you both to it then. Leave it to us. That's Chroma. You know, with as much as Crossbell comes under siege, I'm surprised this isn't like a mobile cart. It has wheels or something so you can pick it up and go. Just saying. City Library, no reason to go inside, so we cannot check on Miles, sadly. Maybe he's at home, we'll see. A little bit of lengthy loading screen. Ah, crud, got past me. A bunch of people started shipping letters out to let people know they were okay as soon as the city was liberated. So a reminder they have a job worth doing. Not to worry, all those letters will make it to their destination safe and sound. We'll check in on Grace. Found her. The printers really came through for us again this time. Despite all the hassle, I'd like to think the articles we compiled will light a fire in our readers' hearts. Maybe no rest for the weary right now, but it's times like these I really want to get our paper in front of people. You did what? Must be hearing things, because it sounded like you just said you went to Nord to follow up on a lead about the missing prince. That's why you skipped the signing ceremony? You're out of your mind. Sorry, the info was sensitive, so I couldn't risk telling anyone. My bad, didn't mean to worry you so much. Thanks to that, I got tons of leads on the EDS movements in Erebony and up-close coverage of Prince Olivert. Scoops galore. Not that we'll be able to publish most of it. I'm just gonna cut my losses. I know better than to try to rein you in. Come to think of it, I read everything that you published in the special issue. Talk about articles with impact. Got pride as a journalist too, you know, I just did what I could. I had to write for the special issue help with the liberation operation and do a lot of location coverage. I'm completely beat. Come on, where's the Crossbell Times fire in your belly? You guys are killing it. Keep up this roll and the next special issue should be a real gem. Did you just say next special issue? Just so happens Prince Olivert has a few tricks up his sleeve, so we're gonna have more work to do. Up and at him, Ryan, so we gotta scope out the perfect spot to take photos and footage from. I mean, I did hear from one of my contacts that he was up to something, but I didn't think that'd lead to me doing coverage. Wait, we're going now? Man, Grace is like a whirlwind when she gets like this. Still, I'm glad to see she's alright. I think she'll be back to her usual self in no time. Triple S is giving it their all, so we should all be pitching in our best efforts. Young people these days have so much energy, and they know how to get things done to boot. Take that, Rex from the Imperial Chronicle. He got us some great photos for the special edition, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. Then there's that Vivi woman. Met her a handful of times, and she's impressively inflammable. Well, look who we have here, if it isn't the Triple S in Class 7. I just got back from Erebony, but I've heard all about your operation to liberate the city. Good stuff. I'll be covering the rest of your brave exploits from here on out, so look forward to that. It was so good to find out that Grace has been safe this entire time, but I go from all that to immediately writing some of the articles for the special edition. Wow. I don't know where she finds the energy. Her journalistic spirit never fails to humble me. And usually we cannot go upstairs, and it looks like this is no exception. Oh well, back to the Harbor District we go. Hopefully with a little bit less of a load screen this time. Hey everyone, I take it the strategy meeting wrapped up. Yeah, so you're going to be patrolling the city, Kate? And I wouldn't exactly call it a regular patrol look of the situation. I'm spending most of my time explaining what's happening to the citizens to quell panic and relieve their anxiety. Hope it helps bring everyone together, besides just putting their minds at ease. Me too, after everything they've been through with the EDF, I'm sure they could use a friendly face from the CPD right now. That's the hope anyway, fingers crossed. Oh, if you're looking for France, he was assigned to escort some of the 1st Division detectives to the prison, and the 2nd Division's top guns are helping with the prep for the big operation. It's good the city is free again, but we don't exactly have time to take a breather. I'm ready to go all out and show what a little Crossbell pride looks like. That's the spirit, we're right there with you, Kate. We're gonna stop that tower from firing again, come back in our high water. A bunch of people started shipping letters out to people to let people know they were okay as soon as the city was liberated. It's a reminder they have a job worth doing. Not to worry, all those letters will make it to their destination safe and sound. They'll actually let you go to the IBC. So that's the Retributive Tower. First those railway guns, then the ions. There's no end to the inventions made for war. Can't imagine Calvary's just gonna sit back and keep quiet after seeing that. And all we can do is sit back and pray that it doesn't activate. Just when I thought our troubles were behind us, something new crops up. There's no forgetting what the Supreme Leader and his EDF have done. As an Airbonian myself, I'm ashamed. I wish I'd do something to atone for what my people have done. There's more people here than at Orcus, it looks like. Can that divine lightning really strike anywhere on the continent? Nothing can be so unlimited in its range, right? But we all saw Juno Fortress get wiped out. If the railway guns were demonic enough, something like this should not exist. Yeah, it's also a little surprising they actually had a camera over there so you could see it get wiped out instead of just taking their word for it, but I digress. Crossbell related stocks have been selling like mad ever since the Supreme Leader's announcement. I do hope the servers here won't go down because of it. I suppose there's nothing to be done but put my all into finishing this paperwork. Her keyboard will go down before the servers do. I was shocked when I learned that our former president was working with the Supreme Leader, but from everything I've heard out of the police and CGF, he rose up again out of love for Crossbell. Knowing that, well, I'm relieved. I know what he did was wrong, but I still respect him as the IBC's CEO. Knowing that Dieter Qua is out there doing what he can to better Crossbell inspires me to do what I can as well. Just about overwhelmed with how many inquiries we've been getting due to how precarious things are across the continent. I'll do what's in my power to give back to Crossbell. And let's open up the shop. Kagemaru Wallet. Hi there, guys. Looks like you're gearing up for the operation, too. Yeah, we're just doing some rounds while we're at it. Are you making adjustments to the orbital gear? That's right, we even got some help from Elisa's mom. Orbital gear. It's strong, sensible. I give it 82 points. Doesn't mean much if you don't tell us what it's based off of. So you're that autonomous Rosenberg doll I've heard about. What a fascinating existence you are. Oh, how I'd love to take you apart and examine you piece by piece. I'd appreciate if you'd refrain from frightening her. Yeah, I was just throwing it out there. I've already had a bunch of automata for testing purposes, so we can always talk about her another day. Did they say Elisa's mom or Tita's mom? Because that's Tita's, but maybe Elisa's mom is somewhere? I don't know. I already have a bunch of automata for testing purposes, so we can always talk about her another day. Oh boy, this lady doesn't quit. Tio told me she was stubborn, but wow. Come on, Mom. It's alright, the professor is aware of just how vital you are for this operation, so she won't do anything. Besides, we got plenty of other things to worry about right now. Like the orbital gear, right? No, it's been tuned to perfection. Should be able to operate at about 120%. We've installed an escape system in the event of an emergency, upping pilot safety by 285 points. That goes in part with the updated monitoring system that now tracks the pilot's vital signs. So, did you mean yes, then? I don't really understand the finer details, but it sounds like you've gone above and beyond here. And in such a short amount of time to boot. Well done, Professor Russell. Tita should be good to go, thanks to you. No, she's not. Tita, please think this over. I'm fine with you having a helping hand on the operation, but is it necessary for you to be on the team storming the tower? I know you've been to hell and back before, but you're still a normal girl. You're my girl. Professor. So that's what she meant. Of course her mom's not going to agree to all this. You're wrong, Mom. Tita? You should see me for who I am better than anyone else. I'm a full-fledged engineer, one with the power to stand with my friends and fight. And what if the next target ends up being Laburl? Don't you see, Mom? I have to go and do my part because I have the power to do my part. Tita, I know my choice is scaring you to death. During the 100 Days War 15 years ago, you saw how much Laburlians suffered under Imperial occupation. Awful as it was, it helped you realize the kind of engineer you wanted to be. You and Grandpa developed military airships to help Laburl stand strong. Even after the war, you traveled the continent to help those in need. It meant you weren't home all that often, but you were doing what was right. Just where did you hear all of this? Nowhere. I learned it all by watching you. And just like you, the world around me has helped me realize what kind of path I want to take. I need you to see me off, though. See me off as I embark on the path I believe to be right. There's no changing your mind once you made it up. It's cute, but it's a pain. Must have gotten it from your dad. You win and I'll see you off, but only if you listen to this one piece of advice. No matter what happens, don't give up until the very last moment. I know you can do this. You're my daughter and I love you with all my heart. Mom, I love you too. Thank you. Here's a prototype of a death beam gun. Take some stun grenades while you're at it. If things go south in the tower, take out Cherry Top and let his corpse pave the way to your survival. She's talking about Agate, if you didn't get the context. Mom, you're scaring me. Like clockwork. All's well that ends well, it seems. I'm happy Tita got her mom to recognize her skill and passion. It's a big relief, yes. So is she okay with her going or not? You're so cute, LP. They're an amazing mother-daughter duo, aren't they? Yeah, but I think you and the chairman make quite a pair, too. She gave you full authority on this, right? It's not as grand as you're thinking. She just said it in her usual clip manner. Use whatever Reinford has that you want, but hey, she said it, so I'm gonna do it. I'll do whatever's in my power as a daughter of the Reinford family. You're amazing. We'll be kind on you then. The CGF also thanks you for the weapons and orbital boats provided. I'm just happy to do what I can to help. The future belongs to all of us, so we need to work as a team to get it back. I couldn't agree more. Then let's continue our side of the preparations. Oh, there's no character notes. Also, if you notice, Eriko is kind of talking like Ashley to Jingo there. I've heard the Retributive Tower was built from weapons scrapped by the Reinford Company in Erebonia. Just how far in advance did this room leader have to plan for its construction? That goes beyond thorough. As much as I don't like how the war helped evolve Reinford's military tech, in times this turbulent we can't leave anything off the table. You have the company's full support. We'll be as well equipped for the infiltration as we can possibly be. No other granted me full authority over the company, might as well make the most of it. My little angel's all grown up. I'm so proud, but I'd be lying if I said it didn't make me a teeny bit lonely, too. Oh, Adios, now's not the time to gripe, is it? I know she's about as safe as she'll ever be, so I need to have faith and put my full focus on getting my end of the work done. The rest is up to you. Go out there and make us proud. We won't let you down, Professor. We'll see this through to the end with Tita. It was really to finally tell my mom how I feel. I'm not sure if I would have had the courage under different circumstances. That's understandable. I'm happy for you, Tita. And good news, repairs are all done on the orbital gear, so I can roll out whenever. Now I just want to see things get going, or see us get things going. This infiltration mission will be successful, I just know it. That's a brutal loading screen, man. Okay, so this one was actually faster, so I can't completely complain. There are quite a few youngsters in the city with a backbone, my disciple included. There's nothing life can throw at you that you can't overcome, much like my pupil walking the path of the noodle. His journey isn't over yet, but he's had his own take to the process, resulting in some impressively thick noodles. Give them a try if you have the time. Hey, Koki, just got enough work. When will the next batch be ready? Wait a little bit longer. The mouthfeel is completely different if you don't manage the boiled water just right. Listen to you, I can tell you learned a lot since you started working here. You really know your stuff. Oh, if it isn't Wazy and the Triple S. You guys here for lunch too? Let's just say the aroma beckoned us to see what smelled so good. That's what I like to hear. Here, just a finished fresh batch. Have some. 4 hard Genkotsu ramen. Wow, soup looks so tasty that's practically shimmering. That's my original recipe. I came up with it when I was still just a beginner. Let me know if you want seconds. I'd be happy to make you more. We've had our hands full serving up noodles for the CGF and please cheer them on. You guys are preparing for a big operation, aren't you? I'm sure whatever's going down will be bigger than what we've seen before, but I know you guys will come through. Thanks, Hazel. We will. So I'm curious if you hear that behind me. Feels great to be able to support the Guardian Force with some grub right now. As long as there are still hungry folks around, I'll wash dishes until my hands bleed or do whatever else I can to help. Oh, we have a new recipe. I'm gonna work my way up to becoming an intermediate rank practitioner of the Ozel School of Noodles. I'll put my soul in each bowl I serve so that I can earn my very own branch card. Please have some, you won't regret it. Does that mean he's gonna pop up in Daybreak? Try the house specialty, and now we have the recipe. That one's not too bad. And ironically, I don't remember what Shio Ramen is, even though that was pretty important in World Ends With You. I want to say it's pork. I ate too much. Food here is better than ever, and the fact I get hooked up with extra toppings means I can't even resist if I try. Now that my stomach's full, I need to get back to work. Work's been piling up ever since the Ebon Defense Force took over the city. Hey, Laura, Fee. Didn't the two of you say you were going to patrol the city's outskirts? Yep, just got back, actually. We bumped into a pretty big monster while patrolling. Lynn and her crew gave us a hand after they spotted us during the rounds, too. It's unusual to see monsters that dangerous so close to the city limits. We can't afford to ignore the monsters, given what happened before the sign ceremony. What's strange is it feels like they're popping up out of nowhere, which is not unlike the Great Twilight. I would wager the tower's influence is what's causing it. One more reason to take care of that thing. We're going to keep patrolling and wiping out monsters until the operation begins. Thanks, you two. That would be a huge help. That was only the first time we worked together, but you already lived up to your hype, Sylphide. And you're not too shabby either, Laura. It's a shame you're not part of the guild. Please, you flatter me. Our positions may be different, but the Arseid school has always held the guild in high regard. Both sides strive to protect people, after all. So I believe there was a Bracer guild in her hometown, but I can't remember what that was. I want to say that's where we met Toval way back when. I, for one, welcome the opportunity to fight alongside you, and especially Fee. She's just the dose of cute, cuddly adorableness that I need injected straight into my veins. Did anyone else hear the sound of red flags being raised? Hey, Leah, could you show a little restraint, please? Sorry about her, but don't worry, she's harmless. If you say so. Looks like we can count on the two of you in a fight at the very least. I can vouch for that. We'll take care of any large monsters that we see to help out, too. Got the Laura and Fee notes. Sorry for worrying you like that. I've got things covered from here. We're going to help with the operation, too. We're going to do what we can until things are going. Dang it. A Taito user and licensed medic. That's one Bracer combination you don't see every day. Looks like they make a pretty good team, though. I think they'll be a big help during the operation. If you're wondering where Scott is, he's on patrol over by Armorica. He promised that he'll get in touch if he finds any large monsters out that way so we can rendezvous. You guys should take care of any you spot on your patrols, too. Foreshadowing. The monster hunt ought to make for a decent warm-up before the operation gets underway. Not to mention it's a great opportunity for Fee and I to hone our teamwork. I say bring on the monsters. Let's have at them. Now, I don't know if we can go to Michelin or not. I'm hoping not, but with the boat right there, you never know.
Oh, I bet there's good fishing to be had here.
And here are the ammunitions. Most of our shipments have finished coming in. All that's left is wait for the command to begin the operation. We just finished liberating Crossbell. This next massive operation will involve the effort of everyone here. There's no stepping down now. We'll have to grab Crossbell's future for ourselves. So you can see right there, that's Jingo's ship.
This'll be good.
The heck?
It's a nice catch.
Where's the rest of it? So we'll try one more time.
A bite. This'll be good.
Okay, so, we found all the baby fish, I guess.
It's a nice catch.
Yeah.
We should be able to fish here.
No. Hey, Reen. You guys keeping busy out there? What's up? Things have been pretty wild ever since the Liberation mission ended. I've known you were in town, Rex, but I had no idea you were coming too, Vivi. Did you rush here after the city was liberated? Bingo. Lindy and I hitched a ride with Hugo and his crew. The expert in my travel papers is a special correspondent for the Imperial Chronicle. Plan is to cover the tower operation with Rex. You really hit the ground running. Keen access isn't hard since everything happening in Crossbell has a direct effect on what happens in Erebonia. That gives me the chance to dust off my war photographer chops and take another feature front cover shot. I'll be sure to capture the moment you guys save the day, so make it a real banger. We won't disappoint. I know that together with the Triple S, we're going to put an end to this once and for all. You'd better. And when you get back, I called dibs on the first interview with your friend in sunglasses and his cute dolly. Someone's popular. I doubt anything I could tell you would be fit for publication. Not sure why you'd interview me, but I don't think that's a future where I'm an article. I don't think there's a future where I'm in an article either. Don't sweat the deeds. Nobody knows what the future will bring. No need to rush a decision right now. Keep it in mind. We'll talk it over after you all get back from being heroes. We got the big headline planned for the next special issue. Crossbell freed takes a brave new step. So excited to talk with you folks once this is all behind us. You better let me interview you, even if it's off the record. So we get the Vivi and Rex notes. I'm working on a scoop of the Crossbell Times. We're going to take an award-winning photo of the moment you take down Babel, so go wild and give me a winner. The Guardian Force and Police will both be departing from the Harbor District. Not that I has much experience fighting on the water, but now's the time to show them our Crossbell spirit. We can do this. Looks like everyone's finished preparing. Well, this will be done soon. It's about time to gather together and prepare to begin the operation. What is this?
I see some fish. Bye-bye. This'll be good.
No comment.
It's a nice catch.
We'll try one more. So it's very possible that this is actually meant as like a catch-up system. You may have missed something earlier, and this is your second chance to get it, rather than being completely locked out. You may have a combination between here, the other side of the dock, and the Reverie corridor. Which wouldn't be too bad, I guess. But anyway, we are done with this part. I don't know if we can get into Hayway. The door is open for once. I figured Cal would be hiding out somewhere, but there he is. I see the Triple S has brought a fair few unfamiliar faces with them today. Be that as it may, Master Cal and Shin have ordered me to allow you to pass. Proceed at your leisure. Well, well, it's good to see you all again. Welcome, members of the Triple S. And to you especially, my dear Ellie. Shin, I heard you left Crossbell. Don't tell me you left Calvert to come back now of all times. And? What's so odd about that? I have my reasons. I'm disappointed to hear my very own Hayway conspire with that villainous Supreme Leader to harm you, Ellie. I know it's far too late, but you have my sincerest of apologies. Come on, Shin, you don't have anything to apologize for. As for you, Cal, you're not the man I thought you were. What was your little scheme why you convinced Grandfather to have me sent home? Come now, you're looking at me so disdainfully. I give you my word that I did it with your safety in mind. We did temporarily cooperate with the Supreme Leader, but it was simply so we could investigate his intentions. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, as it were. Isn't our cooperation liberating the city earlier proof of that? Stop playing coy with me. Regardless, let me say that the retributive tower far exceeds what we could have imagined. I don't particularly enjoy letting my enemies gain an advantage. We simply have no answer for something like that. Now we have no choice but to lend our aid to your infiltration efforts. Because it's in the best interest to protect Hayway, the continent Master Shin, and Master Shin, of course. How very like you, Cal. Though I suppose that's why I trust you to cooperate. You'll work with anyone if it means protecting your interests. True enough. I'll give you credit for assisting with the liberation mission. Hopefully your connection to the Republic will be useful. Ignoring Cal, I'm thinking of getting in touch with Father, Grandfather, and my sister to ask for their cooperation as well. It's my duty to take the initiative if I'm to be the next head of the house. I give my word I will do anything and everything to protect that beautiful smile of yours, Ellie. The little guy is really shooting his shot. Thank you, Shin. I'll hold you to that. It's most unfortunate that we were unable to look into the tower beforehand, but I hesitate to say all the hope is lost. There's still time to right the ship, but it will take all of us doing our part. Good luck out there. My grandfather, father, sister, all have pull with Calvert's movers and shakers. They should be able to lend their help. I only wish there was more I could do for my dearest Ellie. Though rest assured I returned here for a reason and intend to make myself useful. Give me time and I'll produce results. Dang it. Can we not talk? There we go. Master Shin persuaded the elders to allow his return to Crossbell. I can hardly say I'm surprised. As long as he is here, we will risk our lives to keep the Master safe. And now we can head out to the East Street. Hey Noe, hi everyone. You came to pay Mom a visit too? Fran told me about the mission to stop that tower. You two and the Triple S will be taking part, won't you? You're fine with going up against something so dangerous? Mom, I've seen you too often in danger countless times. I know you're going to come home to me. I know you'll come home to me. But that doesn't stop a mother from worrying. I won't sugarcoat it. This is a dangerous mission, but that doesn't mean we're without hope. More importantly, if we don't put a stop to that tower, we may lose Crossbell for good this time. I have to do this, Mom. I have to see this through to the end, even if it means pushing myself to the limit. No, he's right. I feel the same way. I've never had to navigate an operation like this from the water, but I'm going to do everything I can to make this mission work. I won't tell you not to worry about us, Mom. All I want is for you to also know that we'll be coming home. Noelle, I know you will. I can see it in your eyes. I know I must sound like a broken record at this point, but I'll never stop believing in you. Best of luck to you two. I'll see you soon. See you soon, Mom. Just watch us. I swear on my police badge that we'll pull this off. That we're going to pull this off. My little brother Azel came running over as soon as the city was freed. He looked so riled up I was scared he'd gotten into another fight or something. It turns out he'd been helping out with the operation together with his buddies from the gang days. Thought he'd finally mellowed out after getting a job. I guess he's as rambunctious as ever deep down. Sure sounds like it. Now that's necessarily a bad thing, I'd argue. Right? These days I'm inclined to agree. Seeing my little brother act so foolhardy was actually kind of inspiring in a way. Even if the situation's worsened, we're all still moving forward. We just have to keep our eyes looking straight ahead. Kinda surprised none of the Saber Vipers or Testaments ended up joining the Bracers, you know? But then again, I guess that'd be too much like the Ravens with, I don't remember the three names of the guys. Agate's minions from Irwin, I think it was. Are you telling me there might be another war? If that happens, what are they going to do with Father? I can't take this. Hey, calm down, Sunita. I'm pretty scared too, you know, but I know everything's going to be okay. The grown-ups are all trying to stop that from happening right now. They won't let anything bad happen to us, I promise. You mean it? Hugo sounds so mature. Compared to him, I'm still just a child. I want to be an amazing stockbroker just like Father when I'm older. I've got some growing up to do if I want to be a real woman. I can't let Hugo be the only mature one around here. I can't let Hugo grow up faster than me. I swear I can be a big girl who's patient and tough it out too. Azel and Serena don't cry when things get tough, so that's why I'm gonna try not to cry either. According to the Crossbell Times, I guess you guys in the Triple S are gearing up for your bigger operation. Be careful, I wish I could do more than just root for you all, but know that plenty of us are waiting for your safe return. Thanks, Bond. Your words are more than enough for I promise. When Crossbell was under siege, my head would often feel light and foggy. It was really bothersome. Thanks to my family and neighbors looking out for me, I feel a lot better now. Just hope I can repay the favor to them all one of these days. I've been in such a clean mood today that I tidied up not just the apartment, but the lobby, too. What can I say? It feels nice to do good things for other people. I don't need to stop there either. I want to help my family and the other residents however I can. And there's Marie with her valuable insight. So they don't let you up there anymore? Well, they never did, because there was only the 2 floors, but they only let you in half the apartments they used to. I think I say that every single time we go in that building. Okay, that's a lot of walking people. I could finally go outside now that the EDF is out of the picture. I didn't know just how much I needed the fresh air until I could breathe in again. I feel so much better. I think we could take care of the Spoonleaders off-the-wall plans as well. We're going to attack other countries? What's going to happen to Crossbell if we screw up? This is wrong. No matter the reason, we can't oppress people like this. Power must be wielded responsibly. Using to bend others to your will is as wrong as it gets. Dad's been dying to stand front and... maybe that's right. Dad's been dying to stand front and sell ever since we took refuge. You won't find a truer merchant than him, and that's why I respect him so much. Things are still a mess right now, but we shall be getting stock in from all over tomorrow. So to make room for new me and Edna... Or make room for the new me and Edna... So to make room for the new me... Huh? Okay, I see. It's just the way he's talking. So to make room for the new products, me and Edna decided to sell out of our current vegetable stock ASAP. So just take some, you thieves. It's on us. Are you sure? Sure it's gonna be. Just make sure you eat them well. Thank you so much. Sounds like these when we merchants gotta go generous. So come on, we got some great bargains over here. I don't remember if I need the melon pecky or not. We can get a few of these. Anything less than 20 I was looking to buy some of. Other than the melon pecky, of course. Well, things in the city are looking much better. Chairman Moores wanted us to go around and let people know we're distributing supplies once the situation calmed down. We'll figure out how to distribute evenly if we get a big line. You want loud? I got your loud. Let's turn this volume up. What's up, people? Business Owners Association is out here handing out supplies every day for free. Keep it down, you're being too loud. How's it going, CGF Chick? What's up, Wazy? Sorry about him. We're helping out the Business Owners Association. Just a little too excited about it, enough that we'll be turning people off from freebies at this rate. Come on, how do you expect people to get excited if I'm not excited? Logic sound, I'm sure you'll have people lining up in no time. Just trying to disturb the public too much. Keep Luganov in check. Got it. We'll make sure everyone knows we're here to help. We already spoke to her. Go away, you old bat. I don't know if you noticed, but all the people who were saying weird stuff before are back to normal. We'll take over the restaurant here, so good luck, Triple S. Guess it was a good idea to stop by the city. I'm ready to cave some skulls in. Hell yeah. Not much for shouting, but Luganov is right. Gotta do what we can to help cheer everyone up. So I'm kind of curious what Visa's speech looks like in Japanese, if they gave him either a stutter or a stammer or something. Is that you, Becky? Hugo, what are the two of you doing here? Long time no see, Reen. Why the dramatics? Isn't it obvious? We're here to conduct business. Chairman Moores told me Crossbell was short on supplies due to how limited distribution was during the occupation. Figured they'd use a hand once the city was liberated, so I brought as many goods as I could wrangle up. Even Adele and her farm pitched in. Only sour thing is, as I was riding around the Empire making my preparations, this jerk had to go and spot me. Please, you know as well as I do that cooperating was the right thing to do. You would never gotten a low enough price on daily necessities to hand out if not for Clayston Co. Why, you little. Works out swimmingly for us, too. We've been hoping to gain ground in the Crossbell market again. Took quite a bit of mirror, but I'm glad we're back in the good graces of their Business Owners Association. You do realize the sort of talk makes you sound like you haven't learned your lesson. You two are the same as ever. Anyway, we'll be cooperating as best we can with the operation. We've already spoken to the RMP and have a little surprise prepared. Such is life being Thor's graduates. Let us know if there's any more we can do to help Reen. I will, thanks a lot. Hey, to admit it, I learned a lot by partnering up with Clayston Co. I'll pick up as many of the tricks of the trade for them as I can. Can't let them gaffer me around forever. I'm gonna become the top merchant and have them crying for mercy. Becky and Hugo notes. Working with Becky's network isn't so bad, tends to give as good as it gets. Though I will say I have no intention of renewing our contract once this one is up. She and I are still rivals after all. I'm not going to simply do business in her shadow. I was so scared listening to the Supreme Leader earlier, but Roy said it would be okay. We just have to get through this as best we can. If my former freeloader big brother says it'll be fine, then it must be true. So I'm just going to focus on helping him run his stall. As soon as the city was free and communications were restored, Becky rang me up right away. I knew she was quite the capable young woman, but I was still gobsmacked by how many supplies she managed to secure. It's not just her who's impressed me. Roy's begun to think proactively about the Business Owners Association as well. Why, even the young people who used to be delinquents are volunteering to help now. Between the Triple S and everyone else, Crossbell's fortunate to have so many good eggs within the next generation. It certainly makes my life easier. Boy, am I glad those Erebonians showed up when they did. If this thing turned into another war, we'd be dealing with more shortages and price hikes, and nobody wants that. Thought to try and maintain some order. Figured maybe if I distributed supplies or some such, folks would calm down. That was clearly in over my head. Goes to show just how much I still have to learn as a salesman. Well, can't beat myself up for doing my best. Still, I could really stand to take a page or two out of those Erebonians' book. Here's the Kagemaru strap. Otherwise, this looks to be largely the same as what's outside. Sorry, Roy, they beat you to the punch. Oh, that's right. We should be able to do the final fish. Since basically the final dungeon's coming up, all the fish have to be unlocked in different areas. I'll have to basically fish around and see where we can find. There you are, instructor. I'd been wondering where you were. What's up? Hey, perfect timing. How so? Just managed to get in touch with the Bracer Guild HQ in Lamont State. Supreme Leader went and declared war, so now the Guild has to gather its forces and step in. That's another factor that puts how dire the situation is into perspective. The Guild's acknowledging that this relates to the entire continent by getting involved. Well, it's not like everyone here represents the Guild or anything. Some people just like to stick their nose in other people's business. Why, whatever do you mean? I merely thought that would be best if my... Yeah, that's a typo again. I merely thought it'd be best if I could help the Bracer Guild and the Rhineford Group coordinate. The Rhineford Group would be more than happy to provide as much equipment and information as possible, naturally. I had to admit it, but that would be a huge load off our shoulders. Maybe that could be okay. Usually it's like, I hate to admit it, but... Even that special train they set up between here and the Empire was the work of the Rhineford and Kleist Co. So I've got to hand it to them. You mean the one bringing supplies in? Canton's gone a long way at calming down the chaos in the city. Not that it'll last. Things are only going to get worse until we do something about that tower. So it really stings we can't expect any help from abroad soon. I know HQ is one thing, but getting in touch with each country's branches has been tough with all the chaos. I would expect anyone to make it in on their own, seeing as most mass transit is still down. Still, I'm not giving up just yet. I'll keep in contact with who I can reach to have us all on the same page. That would go a long way. Thanks, Michelle. We're going to give it all our all, too. Exactly. Let's keep making our final preparations and not leave anything undone before we begin the operation. Good thing, Michelle. Make sure not to neglect our equipment either. And Volley's right across the street, so we can drop by later to stock up. Got it. Let's get this done, people. Sarah and Michelle notes. The Braces are all as dependable as ever. Not that I expect anything less from the best of them. Anything less than the best from them? The only thing left now is to execute the plan. I shall, of course, lend you my aid however I can, meager though it may be. Actually, that reminds me, I got a hold of him recently. He let me know he's booking it to make it here as fast as he can. He might just make it with a little luck. Fingers crossed, without saying, it wouldn't hurt to have him in our back pocket again. Cassius, eh? Can't help but wonder how things are going to be over at the IBC. Should I check on Tita for you? It's no trouble. I was very planning to meet with Lady Elisa when we were done here. Thanks, but that's alright. I don't want to bother her when she's busy. You don't have to be pushy to show someone you're there for them. That's pretty suggestive. How romantic. Whatever, think what you want. Anyway, you all had better be ready for this. There isn't going to be any turning back. Just so you know, I have my bracers doing jobs to help around the city. They all have the reasons for coming back, but they always had one thing in common. They want to protect Crossbell. The reason we can't all work together, right? We're going to stick this one out no matter what happens. Can we go upstairs? Nope. It's roped off. They don't even have a bubble there for you to examine. Becky and Kleist & Co. have helped make it possible to finally start restocking at last. They partnered with the Business Owners Association, and whatever they did, it paid off big for the rest of us. Proves that business is nothing without making connections with the people behind them. Sam and Becky. I don't know if this is where we trade in the books, or if there's someone special in this game. Good to see you, young master. You as well, Triple S. Hope you're here to prepare for the I see you're here to prepare for the operation. Hell, we really botched the timing if we're bumping into you guys. It's been a while since I've seen you, Zax. What, since the independent scuffle a few years ago? Still too soon if you ask me. Come on, Captain, don't be like that. Not that I blame you after last time, but business is business, you know. Yeah, but this contract has nothing to do with the young miss or Commander Sigmund. That should be enough to satisfy you. So you're saying this is a job your squad took on personally? I haven't forgotten the Red Constellation were the ones who were contracted to attack Crossbell and set it ablaze. But I also realize there are more pressing matters than what happened then. We'll take the firepower on our side this time. My sentiments are the same. We'll borrow your talents as long as you don't intend to do any more harm to Crossbell. We can discuss how you can atone for your sins over 2 years ago once after we've reclaimed our futures. Damn, you guys know how to hold a grudge. I have my own thoughts on Miss Orlando's actions, but either way, business is business, so we look forward to working together. I heard Garcia Rossi is helping out. He and I clashed constantly back in the day when he was running with Zephyr. Never thought we'd end up on the same side. Fate's got a funny way of working out. Yeah, I definitely need to take a break somewhat soon. Plan for us is to provide backup during the operation. Don't worry, this is strictly business. We'll do our part as long as we're getting paid. You're gonna use that rocket launcher gun, right, Mama? Damn straight. Make sure you hold on to the rudder, Jingo. It's a good chance for you to test your airship handling during mid-air combat. I can handle a dogfight. That thing looks pretty beefy, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I know they're talking about the same operation we are, but that doesn't make this conversation any less unsettling. Well, if it isn't my favorite customers. So you guys are working with the Triple S too, huh? I suppose so. It's a long story. Good to be working with you again. Well, look at that. All of our guests of honor in one place. I'll even sell you the top shelf stuff, so be sure to take a look. Yeah, but make it quick. We got prep work to do too, you know. Seeing as Mom and I have split off, I gotta decide how to put Cerberus to use. About time he start pulling his own weight. I think I'll put him on support. I haven't trained him yet, but I bet he could man the Gatling gun if I asked him to. Anyway, now that that's settled, it's time to get this load aboard. I've kept Cerberus staying by, so I better contact him soon. Now, I've been meaning to say this for a while now, and I mean it in the nicest way possible. But the way you guys always manage to pull through is unreal, if mildly terrifying. Yep, it's all Cerberus, I tell you. Resupplying is going to be pretty tough once you enter the tower. Make sure you're ready as you can be. The future is sort of riding on it. So, is this all the usual crap? So if you notice, I just bought the Kagemaru stuff. I'm missing the badge to be able to make more than one coat. We'll go ahead and get this now, I guess. I have 613 UMATs. I don't think there's anything here I really need. In case you're wondering, I was looking at this to see, like, does it come with a spell to at least help? Because what's weird is, like, if you notice, first attack art deals 150% damage, but then your attacks and your crafts can KO, so this is meant for, like, a hybrid fighter, and they're not very good. We already have an epic bell. Okay, we already have 3 of those, so we should be good. Although this one is really, really tempting. So I assume we're capped at 99 on that one. I don't know how many recipes are in the game offhand, but hopefully I don't have to come back and buy any of those. By the way, keep in mind we've been at this for almost an hour, and we've only covered half of Crossbell City. We haven't even hit the main portion yet. We haven't hit the entertainment district. Guess West Street's planning a food drive while the Business Association hands out supplies free of charge. Ain't it amazing how people come together? We'd best do our part at the Fisherman's Guild while we're at it. Branch Manager and the others went out to try and find ways to cooperate together through the power of fishing. You might want to head over to the sandbar or the road if you want to catch them. But hey, if you do lend a hand while you're at it, yeah? Appreciate it. I don't know if I could have gotten that one sooner or not. Anyway, we can't go upstairs or anything here. Puck was right. Giving away all our vanilla Ubishi was the right move. Happy people are now paying for more, but more than that, I'm happier people like how it tastes. If you only sell something to make a profit, you're bound to sell nothing at all. It's better to sell something you love. I know it sounds obvious, but one of those obvious, vital things you lose sight of after a while. Us hanging out free vanilla Ubeshi was paying dividends, because we've got more orders than we can handle. Only now we're fresh out of stock. I need to talk to our supplier ASAP. And that's all he sells. They must have a lot of blind customers. I was holed up at home during the occupation, so you have no idea how much I miss the grub here. Once I'm done eating, I've got to get right back out to making deliveries. Sucks, but there's no use to complain about it. You gotta work to eat. Goodness, it's wonderful to see you all again. Dutifully informed us of the details of the meeting. We'll also be participating in the operation. It's great to hear. Man, you gals really stick out like a sore thumb. We can go wherever we want, thank you very much. You know what they say about fighting on an empty stomach. You're a threat to this land during Crossbell's last bid for independence. Won't allow anyone to disturb our master's final resting place. I swear it is the head knight of the Stall Ritter. We promise to lend our strength during this operation. Indeed, we may have crossed blades before, but we hope our strength proves useful, Triple S. And the same goes to your friend in the sunglasses. Though if you waver even a little bit during the mission, I won't hesitate to plunge an arrow into your heart. Do what you must, but I assure you I do not intend to pull any punches. Understood will be kind to you Knights of the Stall Ritter. Who would have thought we would someday team with them back when we fought them at the Stargazer's Tower? I certainly didn't, but I'm glad to have them on our side. By the way, Duvalie, about the operation. We have an idea. Do you mind if we head out after this? That's fine. What kind of idea do you have in mind? You'll see. They still haven't gotten in touch with us, so things are still up in the air. Sounds like the Stall Ritter is preparing for the operation. Well, we need to make sure we're ready too. See, we have a number of bracers joining for today's operation. Between them, the Triple S and the man in the sunglasses is quite a unique group of people coming together. I suppose I have no choice but to place my faith in you all and that fool in the sunglasses. I expect you to lay your lives on the line for this, understood? Now go and watch your backs. Figured I wouldn't be needing my armor for a stroll around the town. Judging by how you two are dressed, I'm not sure I should have bothered. At any rate, I'll be in top form for the operation. See to that you do the same. Someone is back there. This has been one crazy vacation. I really owe it to the owner for letting me stay here throughout it all. Must have been worried out of his mind for his missing daughter, but he showed me nothing but kindness the whole time. Food's been amazing for how little I paid, too. This must be the best inn in the whole continent. And seeing him there just reminded me, we haven't seen any mention of Anton yet, have we? Risha, it's really you. Looks like you brought the Triple S and some other friends, too. Thank goodness, I was hoping to see your face when we came here, Shan-Shan. Yep, I came back with the Speaker and everyone else once the city was liberated. Daddy is finally back to his old self thanks to you and your friends. I'm so happy. Please forgive me, Shan-Shan, I didn't mean to cause you so much worry. You too, Finn, I don't know what came over me. We're just glad you're back to normal, Master. Yeah, all we wanted was for things to go back to the way they were. At least it seems like the effects of the brainwashing have worn off. That's a huge relief. I'm in your debt, everyone. This isn't nearly enough to cover it. Please take these. Ah, some mapo tofu. Wow, these look delicious. And fresh, too. Hey, can I have some? Can I? My word, at least sit down first. Heard this is all because the Supreme Leader has used some kind of dark powers. But it can't be that simple. It must have also been because I lack resolve as a chef. Which is why I'm going back to basics and starting my train over from scratch. This your way of atoning for what happened, Master? In that case, I'll join you and do the same. Danny's going to retrain himself? He might become an even more skillful chef than ever before. Just imagine, it's Super Zhangwei. Not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I think we're all looking forward to trying your father's new and improved cooking. I know you still have to fight Risha, so I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. But I know you can do it. I'll be waiting. Thank you so much, Shan-Shan. I'll be back before you know it. The owner's back to normal, Shan-Shan's home safe. I feel like I can finally breathe easy again. Now there's nothing left to worry about, of course, but this is no time for chefs like us to be slacking. If the owner wants to retrain himself, I'll be right there with him. Oops. There we go. It's only 2 turns, that sucks. I believe in you more than ever, Risha. I'll be waiting for you to come home, okay? And good luck to the rest of you too. Make sure you all come back safe and sound. I know Shan-Shan had a difficult time as well. I'm relieved that she's okay. Now it's time for me to train myself through the art of cooking. Going back to basics and truly reassess my drive as a chef and a man. And unfortunately you can't take the secret passage out of here. Or that door.